Happy Saturday, guys. Come on. And yes, it's a different scenery. For those who have never seen this background before, it's because you have not visited my studio. And this morning, I had some business to take care of in Tampa. You hear all of that row. Somebody's revving up a car right when I go to record. It's been quiet all this time. Now the police wanna... I guess I don't stop life, right? Life still happens even though I have to record somewhere different. So I had to come into town, now that I moved. This is a little trip. It's not far, but it's a little trip, which I'm trying to make that adjustment. But I had to come to the studio this morning to take care of some business. And so I said I might as well just record there instead of trying to rush back home and record. So this is my studio. It's a whole bunch of other stuff, but this is where I'm sitting now. So come on and let's talk. It's Saturday, our day to spend some time in the Word, to find out what's on the heart of God concerning you and I. And so we're going to do what we came here to do. If you clicked on this to view it, then you're expecting to hear something encouraging, maybe something funny. I don't know really what you're looking for, but hopefully you receive what it is that you're looking for. But there's no judgment here. If you're looking for tea, well, this is coffee, this is not tea, but if you're looking for us to sip tea or spill the tea, no, we're mature, we're grown, so we drink tea. If you're a tea drinker, get your cup of tea and let's sip, drink, but we ain't spilling it. We ain't dropping nobody's business but the Lord's. The Lord got some business, and that's what I'm here to share. So let's get into it. We will not be long because I really got to go. But I make time to do what it is that God has instructed me to do and what I've grown to love to do. Do you realize in May it'll be a whole year that I have come on every Saturday to do a video? And that blows my mind because I still have the clip of the first one that I did not even record. I did not post that. It was one Friday. I was here in the studio. I had a blue shirt on and I felt led to go on, like to record about a certain topic. And so I started and I was like fumbling all over my words and I must have did about 1,000 takes. And I was like, you know what, just forget it, God. I'm not going to do it because I can't even talk on camera. I forgot about it, left here. That next morning, heard the Lord say, get up and encourage. Let the word, I think the first one was let the word do the work. And I was like, okay. But I was at the house and it was just 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I mean, now I'm getting a little winded, but I'm getting a little bit more comfortable. My next goal, so I'm going to share a goal for 2021 with you. One of my goals is to go live. I'm a little nervous to do that because I'm very interactive with people, and so I don't know if I can really handle the comments scrolling and me not wanting to stop what I'm saying to read what somebody's putting so that I make sure that I'm communicating. So I know that I could turn the comments off, but then I'm just like, then I'm not really interacting with people, so, but that's one of my goals, and I think I'm going to make that happen by my birthday, which is next month. So I need to fast because a little part of me is a little nervous too, like to go live. I don't know why, but I've never been the camera person. As I've said before in one of my other Saturdays, I've always had a fear of public speaking. So the fact that May will be 1 year, and this is not public because no one's here, if you will, but just to know that I'm going to record this and upload it for other people to hear and to see. What are they going to see? What are they going to hear? Am I going to say something crazy? Am I looking crazy? Did I miss something while I was trying to get my, I ain't putting no lashes on today, but while I'm trying to get myself together, did I miss something? And I'm here talking, encouraging, and you focused on the booger on the side of my face or something crazy like that, But I'm going to go live. I don't want to make no promises. My goal, I think, is by my birthday. But it's a 2021 goal, so I have 10 more months. I have 10 more months to complete that goal. So today's thought How are you using your influence? Once again, we won't be long, but I did want to encourage and share with that thought today. How are you using your influence? Because for so many of us, we don't think that we are influential. Why? Because we attach influence to a title, whether that be in church or whether it's because we're over a group of people, whether others call us leaders, whether we feel ourselves as though we're leaders or not. If you don't feel like you're a leader, then you'll treat everything you do as though what I do is just for me. What I do, it only matters to me. I only see it. I'm going to be the only one affected by it. And that is not the truth. I always say leadership has nothing to do, or being a leader has nothing to do with being given a position or a title. You are a leader. You are a leader in your home. You are a leader in the mall. You are a leader in the supermarket. Why? Because people are watching you. People are gleaming from what they see, from what they hear. Sometimes it's not even all about what we say. How many people have you watched and you've been motivated or encouraged just by them? There's women that I know back in the days, I would look at their attire. This is before I really got heavy into sewing. I would look at the way they dress and I was like, that is so like cute. In my mind, I'm thinking, when I go to the store the next time to go shopping, I need to not go in the section that I normally go in, and I need to steer or look for the section that has that look, because I like that look. Never talked to the lady. We never communicated about her outfit, her attire, where she shops, but just from me seeing her, she influenced me to see something that I liked, that was different, and I wanted that. What is the definition of being a leader? Someone who guides other people. A powerful person who controls or influences what other people do. Now, excuse me, I like that definition better. A powerful person who controls or influences what other people do. One powerful person. Do you know that you are powerful? See, because if we don't get these small, what seems insignificant attributes and truths about ourselves, if we don't believe that, then everything we do that stems from that belief or disbelief will control pretty much what people see, how they feel about what they see, which is us, what we're doing. It controls how we approach a thing. If I don't feel like I'm powerful, if I feel like I'm nothing, everything about me, I'm going to dress like I'm a nobody. I'm going to talk like I'm a nobody. I'm going to carry and handle myself like I'm a nobody. I'm going to carry my business like I'm a nobody. And then I'm going to carry other people's businesses. Not just a money-making business, but whatever they have going on. I'll treat it like, oh, it ain't no thing. But when you understand that you are powerful, when you understand that you are influential, when you understand that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Let's go Bible. You are fearfully and wonderfully made in the image of God. Like, there's no greater image to be in. There's no greater reflection to be viewed in. You are made in the image of God, fearfully and wonderfully made. Know that about yourself. Carry yourself in such a way. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. So even what I see that I may not like about myself, God knew this when he made me, and he makes no mistakes. So now I have to grow into loving this woman with my flaws. I'll point out a couple of flaws of mine. And one of my eyes, if I have a straight face, let's see. Let me get closer. So this eye right here is very laxed, very lazy, which I've always heard all my life. A couple of years ago, I was perming my hair, okay? So the Gorilla Glue girl, she's not the only one that makes, that was a crazy, like far out there mistake, but hair mistakes happen. I was perming my hair in the bathroom, and a slab of hair, boop, came down and got into my eye, and I lifted a thick piece up, and of course all the perm was still there, and I began to, because I used to wear contacts, hazel contacts, just for color, because I was cute. I had blonde hair in New York with the hazel contacts. You couldn't tell me nothing. But I'm not afraid to touch my eyeball and all that. I'm not one of those. I just kind of wiped, got a paper towel, wet it. Now, I was not thinking. I'm just thinking, this is perm. I need to get it out my eye. Started wiping it out my eye. It was fine. But before you know it, I'm like, okay, this feel like eyelashes is in my eyes. Like, you ever had that eyelash in your eye, that one small, tiny eyelash that makes you not see, and you got to keep doing this, and you're trying to figure out what is that, and you're looking in the mirror, and sometimes it's so small that you can't see it. But I started feeling like, oh my goodness, I got 1,000 eyelashes. So I wind up going to the doctor. They sent me to an eye doctor. They said they didn't know if I would be able to see again. They put some solution in and patched my eye up and all that. I'm like, oh my God, like, yeah, things like that do happen. Thank God I'm able to see through this eye. But over time, I notice if I have no facial expression, or even when I smile, okay, so if you know me and we've taken pictures before, I have to see them. Like, after every picture, I'm like, let me see. Now, I don't really like that. Let me see. I don't really like that. And then I'm trying to switch sides, and you may not know why. But two things. My gap, I always hated that about my facial look or my mouth, but the way it looks in pictures. And then also my eye, because when I smile, it looks like I'm doing like a, hey. And I'm really not. It's just when I smile, this one tends to go smaller while this one is brighter. So I don't like that about myself, right? But I've learned over time, like, Tisha, this is who you are. Like, you got perm in your eye. Like, you were perming your own hair. And you made a mistake. And thank God, I didn't go viral and didn't get as big as, I don't want to call her the Gorilla Glue Girl. Because I did, and then I seen a video, and she was like, my name is not the Gorilla Glue Girl. So I'm like, oh, I felt bad. So forget her name. I think it starts with a T. But anyway, situations like that do happen. But know that you are fearfully and wonderfully made in the image and likeness of Christ. So a powerful person, you are a powerful person. You have to know that about yourself. The other part of that definition was they control or influence what other people do. And sometimes, many times, oftentimes, we don't realize how we influence people. See, we think influencing people, and I started to call this follow for follow. Because if you know anything about social media, the whole name of the game for some people is to get the most followers. And when you have the most followers, to you and to other people who don't know who they are and don't know the whole social media game, they look at that person as though, oh my God, they're popular. Oh my God, they're influential. Oh my God, they're a leader. Oh my God, I want to be like them. So what thing can I do? What silly and stupid thing can I do? What can I now become to go outside of myself, whether I'm bubbly and I'm seeing somebody who's a little humble, or I'm humble and I see somebody who's kind of out there. Now I need to change who I am to become that so that I can get what that person got, because followers means what? What does followers mean? What does having followers mean besides you as an individual who are leading? You have a greater responsibility. Once again, when you know who you are. I'm a new TikToker. I absolutely love TikTok. Shout out to TikTok, the business side of it. It allows me to be creative. It allows my whole creative side to have a whole new element that I have not had on Instagram and Facebook. I'm not a Snapchat person. I just did the Snapchat just for the filters to create crazy videos. But I'm crazy. I'm silly. I love to joke. I love to clown. So I'm not putting on and trying to be something. I'm not. Nobody even knows my name on Snapchat because I don't even know it. I think it's Tisha813 or 718. I don't even know. I have not a video on there. I don't follow nobody on there. I just, do the videos and then save them and then upload them. But a lot of times we think followers equates to popularity. And sometimes, and I'm going to use the girl, and I can't think of her name. I don't want to keep calling her the Gorilla Glue Girl, but just because that's what we know her as right now. She gained popularity and went viral for something that she did not want to. It's one thing when you're doing something positive and you're trying to get a message out there. That's not the message she was trying to get out there from her. According to her, she was trying to get help, and it blew out of proportion. And now, you know, of course, with social media, some people are going to love you, some people are going to hate you, some people are going to agree, some people are going to disagree, some people just want to say something. You don't even have a reason, you just want to talk. Just, I mean, if you could use Gorilla Glue to shut some people's mouths, but anyway, followers does not equate to anything significant, or it doesn't equate to greatness. It does not equate to greatness. You have to understand that you are great. When God created you, he made no mistakes. He made no mistakes. He didn't make you, create you, and then say, you know what, man, I should have. Man, she would have been better if I would have did this. Man, he would have been better if I would have taken this away and given him this. If and when your life is in God's hands, you have to understand and realize that you're not your own one. That when you give yourself over to him, he now has control. He's now able to move. He's now able to order you, to lead you the way he intended. And if you know anything about God, if you're confused, if you know anything about God, or if you don't, God wants the best for you. He wants the best for you. You know, there's some people who just want you to follow them so that they can have more access to the people that you have access to. See, because, you know, social media is a whole, you know, touch, and I don't even know what you would call it, but, you know, if you like something, now I'm exposed to all of your followers that I don't even know and I'm not even friends with, because it shows up on your page and that whole foolishness. So how can I use them? There are people who play on what you like, what they know you favor. There are people who play on your weakness. When they know that you are weak in the area, that just does not happen with people that you know and that you trust and don't expect or you don't want them to do you wrong. That happens even in social media. And they have a greater platform to stand on because I don't even know you, so I don't care about you. If you fall for what I'm selling, if you buy into it and you lose in the process, that's on you. There's no connection. There's no relationship. There's no union. There's no unity. There's no, we're not even, who are you? Who are you? So if I can use you because I find the area where you're weak, or if I can use you because I find the area where I know that this is something that you like. You know, you ever heard of the dating sites where I've heard before, like it'd be like a Christian dating site, and then they start dating and then realize this person is not who they say they were. Well, what did they do? They played on what you put on your page. You said you want a good Christian man, a good God-fearing woman. So guess what? She's cute. He's handsome. I'm going to become that. Not because I am, but if I type some things, go on Google, find a couple of scriptures, you know, take a picture of me in front of a church. Service was great today. Now you all, oh my goodness, he loves the Lord and she's so saved. And God, the Spirit told me, you're my husband or you're my wife. So people play on what you put out there. It happens all the time. Oops. It happens all the time. And so this is just a word of encouragement to know that you're a leader, to know that you are great, to know that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, to know that there's nobody that can do what you do. There's no one like you. To know that you are leading somebody to do something that's good. You're leading somebody to do something that's bad. You're leading somebody to do something that's right. You're leading somebody to do something that's wrong. You are leading somebody. Somebody is watching you. Yes, you may not know it and they may never tell you. but they're watching you. What and how are you using your influence? Because we will be held accountable. As children of God that is supposed to be leading whoever's following, whoever's watching, whether we know it or we don't, whether they support us or they don't. See, social media has us warped into this mindset in this world of a bubble. And you may be in a bubble, but trust me, everything and everybody outside the bubble is, guess what? Watching you. They watching you. They looking. They're waiting. Some of them are waiting for you to come up. Some of them are waiting for you to go down. Some of them don't even care. They're just looking. But if you're looking at me, I want to show you who I really am. I want to show you the God in me. I want to show you love. I want to show you that you don't have to become something that you're not to get what God said or to get what it is that you want. And the only way that we are going to know that is if we first know our identity. We must know our identity, our identity. Our identity. There you go. Who are you? Not what you do. Who are you? Your uniqueness. When God created you with 10 fingers or 9 or 8 or however many you have, each one of them, whether it's 1 or 10, has a distinct and unique original fingerprint. That when you touch paper for whether you're getting arrested or whether it's for a job, there's something unique and distinct and different about your fingerprints that lets them know a lot about you. You got a clean background, clean rap sheet, or you're dirty. Not physically dirty, but, meaning have you been in jail? And so, what mark are you leaving? What mark are you leaving? If everything you touched, you left a mark. And I don't mean physically or just physically. If everything you touched left a mark. If everybody you handled, you left a mark. In every business transaction you made, you left a mark. When you went in the bank and in the supermarket and in the doctor's office, if you left a mark, what would that mark say? When people read that mark, they scan your mark, your fingerprints, the fingerprints of your life. What are they seeing? What are they hearing? What are they becoming aware of? Wow, that's not who I thought she was. Really? You ever hear bad news about somebody? You be like, really? Nah, that can't be them. No. Because they led you to believe a certain way, or they showed you a certain side of themselves that led you to believe a certain way. Really, because they can't force us to believe anything. We have to be discerning. We have to be discerning as we're leading. I have to know my identity. I have to be discerning as I'm leading. How do I lead? Do I lead for the crowd? Do I lead for the fame? Do I lead for the followers? Do I lead for the numbers? Do I lead for the status? Do I lead to make people think that I'm somebody? Because if you follow the rap sheet of a lot of people that are wealthy, big names, they have all the followers and the money in the world, and then they turn to drugs, or they turn to they're depressed and different things that are going on in their lives. And it's like, but you have everything. But everything is not money. Everything is not followers. Everything is not numbers. But what are you doing with the numbers that you do have? What are you doing with the followers that you do have? That's what matters. How are you using your influence? If you are a child of God, everything about you should be leading people, influencing people, directing people, leading people, showing people, not up, God. Everything about me, I don't have to say, Jesus, Jesus, God, Jesus, Jesus, because that's crazy. But everything about my life should show somebody, she's different. I mean, I am different. I'm extra, I'm crazy, and I know that. And I embrace that. That's who I am. That's who makes me who I am. that is a part of one of my fingerprints. I mean, I have 10. But that crazy extra side of me, like, I don't even think about stuff until somebody says something. It's like, oh, you know. And so, yeah, I've just learned to embrace, yeah, I think different. I think crazy. And I love that about myself. I love to make people laugh. I don't mind putting myself on display. And I'm not doing it for followers or to make you feel good. That's just, I love to make people laugh. Letitia means joy. Letitia means joy. So you're not going to catch me down often. You're not. You're not. And if and when there's a serious moment, oftentimes I try to use discretion, but you may have been around me at a serious moment. We come out that serious moment, there I go cracking a joke. It's like, let's loosen this up a little bit. I mean, I know there's times when we need to be serious, and so I get that, but let's loosen this up. Let's not leave here with tension. All right, let's laugh and joke. Okay, everybody, breathe again. All right. Now digest that correction, or digest what just happened, or digest the information that we just found out. But it's not gonna kill you, you know. Let's liven up. Let's get it started in here. So I said we won't be long, and I'm already on 26 minutes. But I just want to encourage you to use your influence the right way. People are rooting for you. There are people who are rooting for you. You may say, well, nobody supports, nobody likes me, everybody's against me. You need to, maybe. And I tell this, I've seen some people on TikTok asking about business. You know, my family don't support me. My own friends don't support me. And even though that's what we want, and that may be right, they don't have to, number one. But the world is bigger than your family. The world is bigger than your circle. The world is bigger than that. So what I tell them is, maybe you're fishing in a pond that's too small. As Jesus told Peter, cast your nets on the other side. As you keep going here and you getting the same results, at what point are you going to be like, you know what, let me move this ship to another sea or another pond or somewhere else, another location, and try something different? There's a world of people out there that are waiting for you, that do not even know you, because you are still in this bubble trying to get influence, or you're trying to get status through influence the way you see other people do it. Run your race. I put that in one of my posts last week. Run your race. Stay in your lane and win. How do you win? You run your race. How do you know your race? First, you got to get with God. Lord, what have I been created to do? What is my identity? What is my purpose? Then stay in your lane. Yes, use discernment. Okay, I can jump over in that lane, because guess what? There's no traffic over there. If you like me, I'm swerving to that lane where there is no traffic, because I'm trying to get where I'm going, 80 or 90. God forgive me. God forgive me. And if that's disturbing, just pray. I still need prayer. I need prayer for this foot, because I likes to drive, and I likes to drive fast. Be discerning about your lane. Who are you putting in your car to drive with you, to go along, to tag along with you? Are they just filling a spot? Are they making you feel good? Are they making you look good? Or are they working with you? We teamed up. Because my focus is what God has for me, where he has me going. And you understand that? You want that for your life? Now let's pair up together. Let's link up together. How can we move together just like that? Identity, discernment, and then you win. How do you win? You be successful. Now that I'm saying this, the second Saturday that I did, I think it was be great on the level that you are on. Whatever level that is. If you're on the first tier, if you're on the 100 tier. Because guess what? You can get to the top, and guess what? Come tumbling down. I've seen it happen time and time again. So we don't want to get there fast. We don't want to get there outside or ahead of God. We want to be right in sync, in line, in tune. In sync, in line, in tune. Y'all know how to clap on tune. Y'all know how to dance on the beat. Well, if you do. If you don't, well, you know, there's classes for that. But if you do, you know the importance of being right on beat. Right on beat. You know about them chirp. Now that whole, you know, it has a different sound, and you know the difference, right? Be great on the level that you're on and win. And win, because God designed you to win. You're already a winner. You just have to see it. You just have to know it. Win in your lane. Win in your identity. Win in your purpose. Don't jump in somebody else's purpose, somebody else's lane, to become what you think is going to make you what you want to be or what God said. He makes no mistakes. He made no mistake with you. So use your identity. Use your I don't want to say purpose, and I shouldn't have said identity. Lead the right way. Lead the right way, knowing that people are following you. Until next Saturday, and hopefully I'll be in the house. Keep living, keep loving, keep laughing, keep breathing. Jesus loves you, and I do too. By the way, the Bucks won. Shout out to the Bucks for the win. Have a great Saturday.